Testing, testing. Got to be there. Got to be there in the morning when she says, okay, that's enough. Unless it's not. Would you like me to continue? With a child's heart, I'll face the worries of the day. The whole world smiles with you. Nothing's gonna get me down. Okay, that's enough. I will start the video now. I want to talk about the Michael Jackson movie, and I want specifically, well, right off the bat, I'm going to get this out of the way. The movie ruled. It was awesome. If you don't like Michael Jackson or the Michael Jackson movie, you're a loser, and you're not someone that I want to hang out with. Now, I'm just going to get that out of the way, because there seems to be my hands are not being captured by the camera there. There seems to be two different types of people that are into or not into the movie. They either love it or hate it. And I want to talk about why I am allowing myself to enjoy this movie. I didn't go into the movie thinking like, I'm going to watch 2001: A Space Odyssey. Or like, I am going to enter this picture and it's going to leave me like Goodfellas or Departed. This is going to be a Martin Scorsese masterpiece. It's not that kind of movie, okay? What this movie is for is to have a good time. I didn't really want to go see a movie and get under the skin of like, let me find out what makes Michael Jackson tick. Every Michael Jackson fan already knows the beats of the story, okay? The beat-its of the story. We already know what happens, okay? His father was abusive. He was in a group with his brothers. You know, he grew up. He became one of the most successful artists of all time. He became the king of pop. And then nothing ever bad happened. Or so the movie would have you believe. But here's the thing. I really want to talk about this because I noticed this like the funny thing about this Michael Jackson movie to me is that it reminds me of when Trump won the first time. You had a whole group of people that were so shocked to find out that a whole other group of people existed in the world. They were like, they could not believe. Sorry, there's a fruit fly here because I'm an impoverished little boy. There's fruit flies flying at me. So, yes, there were two groups of people in 2016 when Trump won the first time, okay? The first group of people was completely shocked by the second group. They couldn't believe, like, you want this? This is the world that you live in? To this first group of people, they had no concept that anything outside of their worldview existed. And to me, that's what this Michael Jackson movie is reminding me of. It's like, there are so many people that are, like, angry. I saw Anthony Fantano. He started a video. He was like, okay, so just right off the bat, I didn't watch the movie, but we need to talk about something. Well, if you didn't watch the movie, then why do I need to hear what you have to say? Like, with all due respect, I want to hear from people that liked the movie, or even if you didn't like it, give me your opinions on the movie, okay? I don't need to hear this whole cynicism that we're living in where it's like the movie has to accomplish all of this in under 2 hours. I want to see them address everything. Listen, the world is so difficult, okay? I'm never going to own a house. I never met the right woman. I don't have children. I'm living in Canada. So there's no upward mobility. That's 4 bad things right there, okay? Don't ruin this 2-hour fun period of time that I have, okay? Don't ruin the Michael Jackson movie for me with your cynicism. Get your cynicism out of my face. Now, here's the other thing. I don't understand with all these like Anthony Fantano types and the movie critics is like, why do you want to see that version of the Michael Jackson movie so badly? Why do you want to see it? There's something really sus about you as a person that you can't put aside your childlike sense of wonder and fun for like 2 hours and have a good time. That's like saying, I want this movie to address everything. That's like saying I want to go to a roller coaster and I want... No, it's not like that at all. I forgot what I was going to say. No, that's like saying, if you want the movie to address all of that, it would be like saying, all right, let's go to a roller coaster and let's just have a good time here, and let's try to remember everyone who built this roller coaster, and let's keep them in our mind's eye. Let's show our deference for the guy who's controlling the merry-go-round. Let's give flowers to all the employees. Listen, there's only so much that you can do in a day, in 2 hours even, like, I don't get it. Why do you want to see that version of the movie so badly? There's something really weird about people where it's like, you can't let yourself enjoy something anymore. And the other thing I was reminded of is the movie Oppenheimer. Why is it that nobody... I mean, I did see a couple people talk about this, but why is it that people were so willing to let Christopher Nolan make a movie where it's like, this guy made the bomb. This guy was a terrible guy for humanity, for the world, but he felt bad about it. He had a cool quote. I am become death, destroyer of blah, blah, blah. Why is it that people were so willing to let that movie exist, right? A movie where it's just like white guys around a boardroom talking for like 3 hours. You don't really see what happened. You just see how the guy who made it felt. Why is that movie considered art, but the Michael Jackson movie is just, everyone is just so cynical. They're like, no, it's not art because we didn't see what happened after 1985. I don't need to see that, bro. And I've heard that they're going to make a part 2 now. I hope, this is what I hope. I hope that they make a part 2 and they still don't address it. I think that would be really funny. I really hope that this happens. They should just make a part 2 where it's exactly the same as part 1, and it's just Michael Jackson showing how cool he was and all of his dance moves. Zero mention of anything that happened. And the allegations should just be like the shark in Jaws, where it's just like, it's just like it's alluded to or it comes up, but you never really see the shark, The Jaws is really a movie. It's not about the shark. Jaws is a movie about 3 men who are working very diligently together for the safety of the town. And you know what else Jaws is about, which is also what the Michael Jackson movie is about? Capitalism. That's what the Michael Jackson movie is essentially about. It's about capitalism. We don't need the version where, we cover every single... Do I need to see that Michael Jackson once ate Ruffles chips in 1984? People that are against this movie, this is what they sound like. They're so annoying that they sound like, did you know that Michael Jackson never got into an encounter on the street with a gang member in which he told him to beat it? That never happened. Did you know that Michael Jackson never impregnated a woman by the name of Billie Jean? And she never accused him of that. Yeah, it was all a fabrication, and like, it's a movie. It's a biopic movie. This is the other thing I wanted to say about this, is that we're living in a post Walk Hard society, or like a post biopic world. Anyone that goes to see a movie about one of their favorite artists, or even if it's not your favorite, let's say you just bought a ticket off the street. You're just some guy and you're going to see a movie about a movie like a pop star artist. Everyone knows, we're all savvy. We know that it's not going to cover every single thing, okay? It's like, I think I mentioned the roller coaster thing before. It's a roller coaster ride, okay? It's capitalism. It's a Hollywood version of Michael Jackson. Like a Hollywood capitalist blockbuster version of the Michael Jackson movie. And it basically does what all of those other biopics do, which is like, it gets in, hits all the beats, it hits all of the Wikipedia beats one by one, to the point where you're not exhausted and you don't get too much of one thing. Like, do we really need to see that his dad beat him 900 times a day in order for him to get the songs and the dance routines perfectly? Like, I don't think we need that. Anyone that's a fan, you've seen the show, like the thing in the 90s already, and then they move on. I just thought, I got so emotional when I saw Mike Myers on the screen. I know that sounds really lame, but I can't help it. I'm not a cynical guy, okay? Now listen, the other thing I want to say is, don't let these cynical people in the world infect your worldview and taint your view of the world. Because there's a lot of people, they're walking around and they just have this idea that's like, the Michael Jackson movie is morally wrong. I saw someone say that. What was it? The New York Times guy or something. The guy said there's something morally impure about the Michael Jackson movie. Compared to what, dude? I mean, you let Oppenheimer... you let Christopher Nolan repackage the Oppenheimer story and make $90 billion off of that. Why can't you, why not have a good time? Yeah, so just don't let people infect your worldview. And it's not about me being like, some people will say, oh, these Michael Jackson stans, they're crazy. They don't know reality. Look, I get the guy was a weird guy. But at the end of the day, I wasn't there. I was only there for the music and the dance routines. I like the spirit of the tunes and the dance, okay? When Michael Jackson died, I cried because I enjoyed his music so much, and I have a pure heart. I'm not a cynic like these other losers that won't allow themselves to enjoy. Now listen, did you go to the Bob Marley movie and say to yourself, you didn't depict that he actually had 900 children. In the movie, it only showed that he had 898. I'm Anthony Fantano, and I just can't vibe with this movie because it showed that he had a certain number of children, and as we all know, because we all go to Google and do research about every single topic that... Relax, dude. It's a movie. Have a Coke, as Richard Pryor once told Eddie Murphy. You already know the quote. I'm not even going to do it. But just have a Coke and a smile and shut the hell up. Just enjoy the fact that the movie theaters are open. You can buy a ticket to go see a movie, sit down, and listen to music that is good on speakers that are good. You can eat popcorn. You can put white cheddar toppings, or if you live in Canada, you can put ketchup toppings. Life is great, man. Why are people allowing themselves to get so worked up? Now, obviously, life is not great, but at the same time, for those 2 hours, life is great, dude. Don't have an impure heart where you don't need to have an impure heart about. Just try to enjoy your life. Oh yeah, what I was going to say is this is not about me being a stan, a rabid, insane fan who can't see reality. I know that the guy was weird. I know that he was weird. He was an eccentric guy and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, right? Let me just... I'll work with you here. Even if he was... Let's say... First of all, we don't know that he did anything. All we can say for sure is that he was a weird guy. Which, that's not a crime to be weird. But I will say this. Even if he did it, right? Even if he did whatever things that people are accusing him of, why should that affect me, a guy who has never... I don't think I've ever been to Gary, Indiana. Millions of miles away. Why should I let that affect my viewing experience of a Michael Jackson movie? And why should it affect anyone's experience of a movie? The movie was not sold to me as an 100% factual thing. If you go see Bohemian Rhapsody, if you go see the Bob Marley movie, if you go see, Elton John, do you really think anyone involved with those movies are going to allow, like... Let's say Elton John murdered someone in 1972 and he got away with it. Do you think he's going to call up the producers and be like, "Oh, listen, there's something that nobody knows this about me, and I just want the movie to cover this because I want everyone to know that Rocket Man was inspired because I got a free trip to space in 1972, and I murdered a guy up there, and I just shoved his body up into space, and nobody knows that it happened except for me." I just want 100% accuracy here, okay? 100% accuracy. It doesn't matter, bro. Different versions of the movie, of the subject matter, are allowed to exist. Now, let's say, thousands of years from now, the Earth is not going to exist, but let's say thousands of years from now, all living, like any affiliation with the Michael Jackson estate, let's say they're all gone, okay? And there's no legal implications about his accusers and what you can and cannot put on the screen. Now, let's say 1,000 years from now, somebody decides to make a Michael Jackson movie where it's like super accurate or whatever, and they just want to make him out to be a criminal and just like the worst guy ever. By all means, go make that movie. I will not go see it because I am of a pure heart, and I don't need to see dark things because they just take you further away from the righteous path. So, if you want to make that movie, no one's stopping you in 1,000 years. Once the estate... Someone is stopping you now. But, yeah. That's all I have to say. Don't let negative people ruin your... That's the thing that hurts me the most as a person of a pure heart, is that there's a whole generation that's coming up now where they just think like, "Oh, I can't read Harry Potter because the woman who wrote it is a terrible person now." Or like, "Somebody told me that I can't listen to Michael Jackson because this, that, and the other happened." How is it going to look? What are the children gonna say at school if they find out that I listen to Beat It in my spare time? Never mind the fact that you enjoy what you enjoy. Bro, who cares about other people, bro? What have other people done for me lately? That's a reference to a different family member of his. A couple of you people with pure hearts will get that one. All right, that's all I have to say, man. Go see the Michael Jackson movie, and don't let these bitch-ass people ruin your time.